This podcast contains discussions of violence, crime, and disturbing themes. Listener discretion is advised.
Murder, cults, kidnapping.
Where the trail goes cold, we keep digging.
I'm Pete Bonabate.
And I'm Erica Memphis. We're true crime addicts and your hosts.
Each week, we unravel unsolved cases of murder, disappearances, and mysteries that never seem to end. This is Dead Ends.
Hi, everybody. You're listening to Dead Ends podcast with myself, Erica Memphis.
And me, Pete Bonabate.
Whoop, whoop. We're on episode 3. The big 3.
That is, yeah.
It's been how long has it been?
It's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah. I mean, this won't affect you guys because
You won't know. Yeah.
by the time that everything's coming out and being released, it'll be week after week. But we've actually been really busy.
Yeah. It's
really,
funny.
really busy.
It's only been like 2 weeks, but it feels like it's been about
It's been a year.
10 years. Yeah.
In my head, it's been a year.
Yeah.
What did we last talk about?
John Benet Ramsey.
John Benet Ramsey. Oh, and my dad. My dad came on.
Oh, yeah. Oh. And we were right here.
I know. Do you know what? I was thinking afterwards, we should have... my dad has a Ghost Matters investigation company.
Yeah.
And we should have asked him more questions about that because I'm sure that's quite interesting to people.
Yeah.
It's quite cool.
I'm sure he'll be back.
Yeah, we have already... He's a massive Jack the Ripper fan, so I think what were we thinking? A bit of a
Halloween
special.
Yeah. Which is
The
very
Ripper.
close. Yeah.
The Ripper. We could do a couple of Rippers or something. Yeah.
And maybe we will dress up.
Yeah, Victorian style.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was really cool. That was a interesting one. Jean Benet.
Yeah. And I think we reached the same conclusion as episode 1 that we don't really know.
Yeah. We've gathered all the evidence. We've looked at all the facts.
Yeah.
And we don't know.
We don't know.
No. Well, we had some... Well, the first episode was Amy Bradley, and, you know, we strongly believe that she was trafficked. And on the Jean Benet one, I think it's... I can't remember. What did we think about?
I can't remember what we decided. You'll have to go back to episode 2
and
find
long.
out. Yeah.
It's been too long.
I think we have...
That was such a difficult one because, there was all that weirdness, wasn't there, about the letter and the family, and everyone thought the brother had done it, and everyone had done blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. I think we landed on that it was some sort of child predator.
Oh, yes. No, it's coming back to me.
We
think there was someone else on the circuit. That was it. Yeah.
But sadly, there's so many of them that it's like, which one?
Yeah. There was there was so many suspects on our list, wasn't there?
It's just sickening, isn't it? Like, yeah.
But this week, we are covering one of the most bizarre and mysterious... Sorry, I'm reading this blurb that I've written.
I like it.
We're covering one of the most bizarre and mysterious cases that has baffled investigators. Thank you, Pepsi. Baffled investigators for over 20 years. A woman found at the bottom of the staircase, a husband claiming an accident, and a shocking twist theory that ruffled all kinds of feathers. This is the death of Kathleen Peterson, which you might also know as the staircase. That's it's known title these days.
Yeah, and no spoilers, but that was where her body was found.
Just in case you couldn't guess. I'm just going to jump back though, because we were just talking little juicy nugget of information as we started recording about our website and our merch. So the website's coming along pretty good. Should be up and running by the time you guys are listening to this. Yeah. I would hope.
Yeah.
And merch-wise, we've got some cool T-shirts with our logo on.
Yeah, which you can purchase.
And we were just talking about, because our phrase that we came up with was, where the trail goes cold, just keep digging.
Yeah.
We're thinking maybe a little Disney crossover.
Yeah.
Disney, come on. Pick this up.
Yeah.
Hi-ho.
We could film one in Disneyland.
Well, we're there pretty much
all the time.
Pretty much all the time. I feel like,
yeah.
Don't know. It's a bit weird though.
Yeah.
Happiest place on earth. Death.
True. They did have
maybe
a
in the
death.
Phantom Manor. Maybe that would.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we could be the 1000th Happy Haunt
Yeah,
in the Phantom Manor.
that's it.
Or 1001 as well.
Well, yeah, there's two of us. So.
Yeah.
Maths. Anyway.
So Kathleen Peterson.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. It's still unresolved to today. I've got a little summary for us.
Nice.
So on the 9th of December 2001, a 911 call is made when husband and novelist Michael Peterson finds his wife Kathleen Peterson laying lifeless at the bottom of their staircase. He insists to 911 operators that his wife had fallen. However, when the first responders arrive, the crime scene tells a different story. She has multiple head wounds, an incredible amount of blood loss. It's quickly perceived by the investigators as an act of crime, and they focus their suspicions on Michael. And what follows next is a trial filled with a lot of shocking twists and turns, a murder conviction, years of appeals, and finally an Alford plea that sets Michael free. To this day, though, the death remains unsolved, and investigators are divided on whether she actually was murdered by her husband, whether she was murdered by an intruder, she did fall down the stairs, or was she attacked by a feathered enemy?
The best theory.
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah.
It is funny, with all these cases, they say everyone's torn. It's always the prosecution is torn one way and the defense the other. So I'm always like, well,
that's a trial.
You're torn, but you're torn because that's what you're being paid to be.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, you have to come up. I mean, whenever you look at these documentaries or you know, podcasts where you're listening into, you know, different sides, they're always right. We've got to find our angle and stuff. And they're just sometimes it feels like they're just making it work because obviously, they need to have something to go at.
Yeah,
in the trial.
And there's a lot of that in this trial.
Yeah, it does feel that way.
Yeah.
So should we do background?
Yes.
Right. Shall I go?
Yeah.
Okay. So Michael Peterson was born on the 23rd of October near Nashville, Tennessee in, I didn't even say the year, 1943. He gained a bachelor's degree in political science from Duke University and also attended some classes at the law school of University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill. If that university is listening, I feel like that name is just too much of a mouthful.
Yeah.
Please change it.
Yeah. Maybe an acronym.
Please.
UNC.
He then took a civilian job at the US Department of Defense to look into arguments that supported increasing military involvement in Vietnam. It was during this time that he married his first wife, Patricia Sue, who taught at an elementary school in West Germany, and together they had two children, Clayton and Todd. But then in 1968, Michael was commissioned in the US Marine Corps and served in the Vietnam War. But only 3 years later, he received an honourable discharge after a car accident left him with a permanent disability. There were some things later said that are a bit confusing where he claims he had received a Silver Star, a Bronze Star with Valour and 2 Purple Hearts. But he had the medals, but not the documentation. He said that basically one of the Purple Hearts was for being hit by shrapnel when another soldier had stepped on a landmine. But it actually was confirmed later on that the injuries that he received from that fake event, well, no, it did happen, but the injuries were actually from a car accident in Japan.
Yeah. And he wrote in a book about the
Yeah.
fact that he'd been injured by this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was confirmed that the Purple Hearts were fabricated, but he did receive the stars that were awarded.
Yeah. And he probably had a horrible time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
War.
Yeah.
So Michael and Patricia lived in Germany for quite some time, and they were close to their friends Elizabeth and George, who also had 2 children. But unfortunately, their friend George passes away, and then sometime after, in 1985, Elizabeth also passes away. Just a little star there, little asterisk.
Yeah.
We're going to come back to
come
that
back to
because that's something important to remember.
Yeah.
Elizabeth has 2 children, and Michael actually becomes the adopted guardian of those kids. And then at some point, basically, Michael and Patricia realize that they aren't really happy as a couple. They're just better as friends. So they decide to divorce. And Michael moves to Durham, North Carolina, with Elizabeth's 2 children. And shortly after, his children from his marriage with Patricia. Did I see that's all right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I feel like I thought I was saying Michael and Elizabeth. Yeah, no, Michael and Patricia get divorced.
Yeah.
He moves with Elizabeth's kids to Durham, and then eventually his children from his marriage with Patricia also join.
Yeah, so there's 4 children at this time.
Yes, at this point.
Yeah.
And then 2 years later, he moves in with his new partner, Kathleen, and her daughter, and they eventually marry in 1997. So there's a lot there, but basically they become a blended family consisting of Clayton and Todd, which is his and Patricia's kids, Margaret and Martha, which is Elizabeth's kids, the adopted children, and Caitlin, which is Kathleen's daughter.
Yeah. And I think
quite a big family.
Elizabeth's kids were very young when she died. So I think like most of their memorable life was Michael and Kathleen. Yeah.
That makes sense. So he becomes a novelist. He writes 3 novels based upon his time in the Vietnam War. And he also co-wrote the biographical Charlie Two Shoes with David Perlmutt. That's how you say his name.
Never read it.
No, I've not. I've not either. So that's kind of Michael. Kathleen, however, she was born in 1953. So she's about 10 years older than Michael. She was an award-winning student, and in 1971, she enrolled for mechanical engineering at Duke's University's prestigious engineering school. She was actually the first woman ever to be accepted onto this course, and that course had been around since 1933. So it's quite a big deal. She was clearly very intelligent, and it was actually here that she met her first husband, Fred Atwater, who she had her daughter Caitlin with. But fortunately, they divorced, and Kathleen meets and ends up marrying Michael. She was a very successful telecoms executive, the breadwinner of the relationship. I think she had like 6 figures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were quite a nice house, wasn't it?
She was kind of providing the steady money income, and then obviously Michael would write some books.
He was the...
he'd write his novels, and then around that time when he'd release a book, he'd obviously bring like an influx of money.
Yeah.
According to everyone who knew them, they had a very blissfully happy marriage. Quote from a friend that told the CBS News that they were an extraordinary couple. They had all the appearances and trappings of happiness, totally compatible with one another.
Yeah. Even a few days before she died, they had like phone calls with friends, and they were like, oh yeah, on the phone they were really happy.
Yeah.
And like playful. And
so everything looks great.
Yeah.
So that's kind of their background.
Yeah.
The timeline.
The timeline, indeed.
Exciting. I've got it starting at 3:30 on the Saturday.
Nice.
So
the night of the death.
Yeah.
So
So Saturday, the 8th of December at 3:30 p.m., hundreds of files are deleted from the Petersons' PC with a purging program called Quick Clean.
Yep.
Then at 4:41 p.m., Michael goes to the gym. Then at 6:59 p.m., Michael rents American Sweethearts from Blockbuster.
Yeah.
At 9:45 p.m., Christine, I can't say this last name, Tomasetti, I think so, arrives. This is a family friend, arrives to take Todd, a child, to a party.
Yeah.
And she sees Kathleen and Michael sharing a bottle of wine. And they leave for their party at 10:20.
Yeah.
So then 20 minutes later at 10:40, the password @water logs onto the PC. And then at 11:08 p.m., Kathleen takes a phone call with her co-worker Helen Preslinger about a file that needs sending over via email. This email arrives at 11:53 but isn't opened, which is a bit strange, but
yeah.
Yep.
But as well, if you've had a bottle of wine and you're watching TV, I wouldn't want to necessarily.
Yeah, we can go into more detail.
Yeah.
In a minute. But then around midnight, Michael claims that they head down to the poolside to sit and chat, finish their drinks, talk about the movie they had just watched. He claims that around 1:45 a.m., that's what I've got. There's a few different sources that say earlier, but basically it's in that kind of rough time.
Yeah.
Kathleen heads indoors to go to bed.
He stays out though.
He stays out. until about 2:30 a.m. when he heads indoors, finds Kathleen at the bottom of the staircase. She has multiple deep, complex lacerations on her scalp, multiple small abrasions and contusions on her face, a fracture on her neck, early acute, how do you say this? Ischemic? I don't know how you say this, but basically it's when the death of the brain cells start dying and due to a lack of blood flow of oxygen. So I think she's like going blue and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then 2:41 p.m., the 911 call is placed. So
Yes.
have you got that?
Yeah, he places 2 911 calls, doesn't he? And so essentially, he calls them and he says his wife's had an accident, but she's still breathing.
Yep.
So this is the first call.
Yeah.
And so they ask, is she conscious? He's like, he doesn't really know what to say. He's just kind of in a panic state.
Yeah.
And then the phone ends.
Right.
So at that point, he's told them the address. They're on the way, but she's still alive, according to him.
Right, okay.
And then, like 10 minutes later, he calls again and she's not breathing, he says.
Right.
And then 911 calls, they come pretty fast. So the ambulance comes within time after that.
Which one's the call that says about like, how many stairs did she fall down? And he's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
10, 15, I don't know.
Yeah, that's the first one, I think. Yeah. And everyone uses that to say he's not answering questions, he's not doing this, but
you just stay as shocked.
Yeah.
You've just found, like at the minute, it's innocent until proven guilty. Isn't
exactly.
it?
Yeah.
You've found your wife. She's covered in a lot of blood.
Yeah, and they're asking you to count the number of steps.
Yeah.
It's a stupid question, really, isn't it?
Like, it doesn't. Yeah.
What does it matter? But they come quite quickly.
Yes.
And they find her at the bottom of the stairs. So they say the paramedics walk in the door and they just see her legs.
Yeah.
And
she's like hanging out, isn't she? Of like, there's like a bit of a lip.
Yeah.
A ledge out, and then because it's a corner, and then up the stairs.
Yeah. And she's blood everywhere. But the interesting thing, the blood was dry on the floor.
Right. They also said, someone said it looked, there was paper towels. It looked as though, where have I found that? So initial findings from medical examiner Kenneth Snell. This is I think he's the first person to arrive on the scene. Blood had been wiped up partially in the stairs with paper towels. Blood is present in the bottom of the stairwell and on the last few steps. Appears she hit her head on the step above the corner, then hit the floor in the corner of the stairs, and then landing at the base of the stairs on her back. My findings suggest her head striking the stairs at least twice. My findings suggest accident. That was his, that was his report.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of blood, though.
There is.
We've seen. I'm sure if you've watched the documentary, or I mean, you can just Google it. It's pretty gruesome.
Yeah.
But it's
so much.
It is a bit confusing. That it doesn't make sense.
No.
If you fall down the stairs, just like, I know it's wooden stairs. There's no carpets. There's nothing to cushion you, even though
Yeah.
But are we suggesting that she's fallen forward, fallen back, maybe fallen forward again, then back? Like I
think the defense brought that up. Their blood expert as a theory of she's fallen down the stairs and hit her head, gone unconscious, and so she's bleeding, and then she's come back round, tried to stand up and slipped in the blood.
Yeah, because they say that they find blood on the soles of her feet.
Yeah.
So maybe she's slipped and I guess he's outside. We don't really know how long she's in the house, how long he's outside the house by the pool. There might have been time, and especially if they're saying like it's dried and stuff.
Yeah. So and this is, I guess, where the not controversy, but where the difference is opinion. Did he do it and wait some time, or was he just outside?
Yeah.
Because the alcohol level in the blood was really low as well.
Yeah.
When they've been drinking wine.
Yeah.
They know that.
Yeah.
And it was like pretty much gone.
Mm.
So she's been there for a while, whether she fell herself or whether he's just panicked. But
the issue as well is the lacerations.
Yeah.
Because she's obviously got all these cuts on her scalp. But they're not hard enough that they've actually done any fractures to the skull.
Yeah.
And then obviously she hasn't, the way that the contortions and stuff are on her face, like the scratches and stuff, there's nothing like on the back of her arms or legs and stuff like that. And everyone keeps saying, well, if she'd been hit by somebody, you know, you probably would have fought back.
Yeah.
So I guess that kind of lines up with her just falling, because she's not being attacked, she's not fighting back. There's no skin underneath her nails to latch onto anyone. Yeah.
And if she's hit herself just hard enough to be bleeding, knock herself unconscious, but not to fracture a skull.
Because they really go into detail, the defense. They really, well, I think it's both sides, obviously. They look into the blood spatter. They bring a blood spatter experts of, you know, how can this be spread up these walls? Because there's loads everywhere up the wall.
Yeah.
I don't know if there was any on the ceiling or anything.
No, there wasn't. And again, that was what the defense blood spatter expert, because he was saying if someone's using sort of blunt force object, like
they're not
the
raising
blowpipe.
Yeah.
Yeah. So either if they'd used that, there would have been blood spatter as they lifted it up on the ceiling, which wasn't there. So they kind of use that as evidence that it wasn't. And even with that, the prosecution said it was that like fire blowpipe, which
they couldn't find. So obviously they think that Michael, they don't think it's an accident. They feel Michael's killed her.
100%, yeah.
And we're going to go into detail as to why they think that. But they couldn't actually find at the time a murder weapon.
No.
But they came up with this theory that it'd be something like a fire blowpipe.
Yeah.
And the family had this like fire piece set. You know what I mean? Like people have them by their fireplaces and it's like a complete set, but the blowpoke was missing and they didn't know where it was.
Yeah. And that was a gift from Kathleen's sisters.
Yeah, and I think it was one of the daughters was like, I don't think we've had this for ages. I think it's been missing. And they went through pictures, or like old family pictures, to try and see if they could find it in any of the, you know, the Christmas family portraits and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they do eventually find it in the garage, but it's tucked away. It's covered in dust.
Yeah.
It's just, it doesn't look like, oh, this is where it doesn't look like, oh, someone's just come in and I'm just going to stash this murder weapon here.
Yeah, yeah.
It's strange.
Yeah, but the prosecution have like lingered on that as this is definitely...
It's a big part of what they think, isn't it? They really hammered that home. So yeah, let's look at the theories. So obviously first what Michael's suggesting is it's an accident. Yeah. So they had been drinking that night. They had been celebrating. Where is it? Yeah. Michael got news that his book, Charlie Two Shoes, was being optioned for a film adaptation. So they were celebrating for that news, and just generally, I think they said it'd been quite a stressful time at work for her. She's actually taken some Valium.
Right, yeah.
For stress. So they're drinking, had some Valium. It's late. And there is an option that she's just fallen, like you said, and she's whacked herself unconscious.
And the stairs, like it turns a corner, so the first like 3 or 4 stairs are really thin ones, like the little castle stairs.
Yeah, so you're easy tripping.
Yeah, I mean,
if you're a bit weary or
or a bit wavy. Yeah, I mean, in the past when I've felt like that, I've not been able to necessarily walk
up the stairs.
Yeah, on normal stairs.
So there you go. So if it's corner stairs, it's doubly as hard.
Yeah.
So there is that suggestion.
Yeah.
I don't know if I mean, it's possible. It's possible with I kind of leading a bit more towards that.
Yeah.
Because she, if she's put herself rendered unconscious.
Yeah.
stood up and slipped, fallen again.
Yeah.
It's just the lacerations bit that doesn't really make sense for me. For
Exactly. And because the evidence, when the defense team put it forward of like she unconscious, slipped, and they'll like lay out the blood spatter, how that happened with the pictures of where the blood, it sounds really convincing.
Yeah.
But again, it's like, what are they not looking at?
Yeah.
What are they not telling you?
Yeah.
Because everyone's argument's convincing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Until you realise actually they didn't say this.
Yeah. What they've been withholding. So that's kind of like if she's fallen.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, the prosecution, the investigators at the scene, everybody's just kind of like, we think Michael's killed her. Apart from his kids, actually. At this point, the kids are all like, no, absolutely not. Loving family, no way.
Yeah. There's a theory that it was an intruder, but there's no evidence for it.
Yes, I do have that down as one. Because, so at the scene, there was, under some luminol testing, footprints found in the kitchen. But it's really strange because, let me just find this bit, because it was quite interesting. Luminol testing revealed bloody footprints leading from Kathleen Peterson's body into the laundry room, then going to the kitchen refrigerator and sink, then moving to the wine glass cabinet, but then they just stop at the cabinet.
Right.
So they've literally put, they just stop as though the person with bloody feet somehow flew up and out of the kitchen like a bat. So
this could be the ghost theory, the Dracula theory.
So I don't even know what to make of that.
No.
But there's some footprints. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how that's. Where have they gone? That's just weird. This is craziness.
Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, absolute. Maybe a little. No, I'm going down there. Absolute Scooby-Doo route.
Yeah. This is good route though. They're the best routes.
You tip a wine glass out in the cabinet moves, and then suddenly, Anyway, we've gone. We've come back.
Yeah.
But there's no real evidence that someone's broken in.
No.
Someone's come in. There's no real ties that we know of that people wanted to harm her.
And there was neither side. No one who ever really took that seriously.
There's no weird activities outside that neighbours. I know they had a massive estate, but just nothing really points to it's an intruder.
It'd be such a weird
Why?
thing.
What have you got? Yeah. What? Where's nothing?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Someone just walked in, thought I'm going to kill this person and walk back out.
Exactly. So everyone's looking at Michael.
Yeah.
And obviously the initial reason is because the crime scene is just so... Yeah. There's so much blood, the cast-off patterns, the lacerations. It's just... It doesn't look plausible that someone could have fallen on the stairs like this and created this much chaos on their body and the crime scene.
Yeah.
So they start looking into Michael. In fact, let me just have a look, because when the investigators turn up and they're doing their investigations, it's noted that someone's actually straight on Michael, like an officer is straight on him, watching where he's going. Obviously, because they're making sure that he's obviously not in any danger. Also, that he's okay. He's in shock. He's, you're just going to be, you're looking out for his welfare. But it is noted that between 4:15 and 5 a.m., he logs onto the computer upstairs and is mumbling about an email. Someone noted that. Officer A.D. McCallop. AD. So this ties us in to this PC. This PC is quite a crucial thing. This is kind of like where the prosecution have really got a lot of their juice.
It's more like a media scandal, isn't it?
Just know, at the start of the timeline, at 3:30 on that Saturday, hundreds of files are deleted from that PC with a purging program called Quick Clean.
Yeah.
Now, when they take in that PC to look at and scan, they find quite a lot of gay porn on there. There's actually 400 pictures of naked men that are shown to the court during the trial from that PC.
That seems excessive numbers of pictures.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah.
He's also been emailing a male escort, Brad.
Yeah, Brad.
I think was his name like Secret Soldier.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was what his name was.
All these things were military.
Yes.
Esque.
Well, I think he was in the military, Brad, as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now he's a
Yeah.
escort.
But he was a very prestigious escort for like judges, lawyers, doctors, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And in this email chain, they've agreed that Michael would pay $150 an hour for sex, basically. But they never actually meet up.
I think Brad was going away the next day and felt too tired or something.
Yeah, that's what I found.
But Michael had done these things in the past with other men. And again, the prosecution were kind of like, that is motive.
What's going on here?
Yeah.
Now, the family have said that they've said they said that basically they've known since a young age that Michael was bisexual. They've kind of hinted to that, like, oh yeah, we kind of know about this. So I don't think it's a case of, because the prosecution were kind of like, oh, they didn't know he has a secret gay life.
Yeah.
So she's found out, she's furious, blah blah blah. But there is this idea that Kathleen has gone onto the email, because she goes onto the computer, doesn't she, at the password at work, to logs into the PC at 10:40 p.m. And she's ringing her colleague asking about a file that needs sending over via email. And the email isn't opened when it does arrive a few minutes later. Now, the prosecution's theory is that Kathleen has gone on the computer, either discovered these 400 pictures of naked men, or this email chain, and maybe this has caused some kind of argument, commotion. You know.
Yeah.
I do have a quote from the trial, according to Assistant District Attorney Frida Black. Kathleen would have been infuriated by learning that her husband, who she truly loved, was bisexual and having an extramarital relationship, not only with another woman, not with another woman, but with a man, which would have been humiliating and embarrassing to her. And we believe that once she learned this information, an argument could have ensued and the homicide occurred.
This is...
So...
part of me, like... agrees in some way with that, but they're not basing that off a fact that Kathleen is definitely angry, and that's probably with their argument of the prosecution. They're like, she definitely was angry at this, and it's like, well, maybe she already knew. Yes,
well, like I said, the family have stated that they have known from a young age, that he was bisexual. I mean, I don't know if she knows about the emails though. That does feel like it could be a bit too far.
Yeah. I would be angry if I were her.
Yeah. I mean, I know there's all kinds of relationships these days. Everyone's got their own boundaries.
Yeah.
And that will have existed well before when everyone's now woke.
Yeah.
You know, so, everyone had their way of coping.
Yeah. But it's whether in the 90s, someone who's in a 6-figure job would want the sort of that going on. Yeah. Or you would be angry.
So it doesn't look great, does it?
No.
The computer purging. She logs onto the computer. There's these emails there.
Yeah.
And it is kind of stated that Kathleen was generally quite stressed at this time. That's why she's taking the Valium.
Yeah.
And there are even though they're in this massive house and she's making 6 figures and he's got his books, they're actually in quite a lot of debt.
Yeah.
Someone I read it somewhere that they said Michael is cash poor but asset rich.
That's rich
really,
people words.
That's a really good way to to say it, to be honest.
Yeah.
So yeah,
rich people jargon.
Tensions might have been high though. Yeah. Generally.
Yeah.
If she's having to take a Valium and stuff like that, I don't know.
It seems that when people have a lifestyle of a certain class, but have over leveraged themselves to get there.
Yeah.
There is a lot of money worries
I would, yeah.
and a lot of stress.
I don't think money worries goes away, to be honest.
No.
I think it's just in relation to your life, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. But when you get to that point, you've got the added pressure of you want to maintain that
Yeah,
sort of level that
you've got a
to.
massive estate.
Yeah.
You need to maintain that, and you want to maintain. He had like, I've read on a few different articles and different places that, you know, his spending habits were pretty wild and out there. You want to maintain. It's hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
It can be an addiction.
And you
can't
probably
it?
have a friendship group who you need to.
Yeah. Well, like you said, you
stay
don't
on
want
a
to be
level with.
humiliated. You want
Yeah.
to be, you know.
So they probably are stressed.
So, yeah, it doesn't look good, the whole PC thing. And then obviously, Kathleen's rang her colleague. She's logged on. She's rang her colleague for an attachment, but then doesn't open it. Why have you rang someone at that time asking, I need this email sending over with this attachment?
Yeah,
and then
and
you've
then
not.
not.
Yeah. I know you said earlier, like, oh, would I be doing that? Would I be doing work because I've been drinking? Why did you go and log onto the computer then?
True.
Do you know what I mean?
Would just follow, you'd finish it.
You just go, I'll do it tomorrow, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So that's just confusing.
Yeah.
I think we need to circle back now to Elizabeth.
Yes.
Because this is the other thing that kind of points to Michael, unfortunately.
And this goes so far.
Yes. Do you want to do this?
Yeah, well, Elizabeth died.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably like 20 years before this.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember the exact date. And the official cause of death was a heart attack.
Yeah.
That's what they ruled in Germany on the autopsy. But
right.
The thing was she'd fallen down the stairs as a result of that heart attack.
Was it not brain hemorrhage?
Or something. I think maybe either. Yeah.
It was something.
It was some sort of.
I think because there was things leading up to it. A kid has mentioned that she'd mentioned headaches and stuff like that, and she was going to go and see the doctor about it.
Yeah.
I think it was like a brain hemorrhage.
Let's see.
Need to double check it. Sometime. We want to get this right. But yeah, she's fallen down the stairs from it.
Oh, it was a stroke.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's fallen down the stairs, and it's been ruled natural causes, and she's been buried.
Yeah.
Knowing that she's fallen down the stairs.
Yeah.
The prosecution
found at the bottom of the stairs.
Yeah.
And a witness saying, "Oh, we saw Michael leaving the property the night before, fleeing."
And he's the first one back the next day. But that was the normal thing for them. They were friends around each other's houses type.
Yeah.
And so the prosecution have brought this up, and they've also claimed that perhaps he was the father of her children.
Right.
And that they were having an affair. And that...
Gosh.
That is one theory, that he's killed Liz, the first woman, to get custody of the children. But there's no proof of that.
Yeah.
But the prosecution then go as far as getting the body dug up.
It's so crazy.
It's so crazy. They bring it back to the US.
Yeah.
And they get another autopsy.
Durham. Yeah.
Who says it was murder.
But it's the same medical examiner that's seeing Kathleen's body.
Yeah.
And they say, basically, after reviewing, they go, "Oh, yeah, she's got lacerations as well." Yes, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
And so then it's ruled as a homicide.
Yeah.
So.
And so then for a jury.
Yeah. Doesn't look good.
It doesn't look good.
Two women at the bottom of the staircases with similar injuries.
Yeah.
I mean, could they have just not gotten someone else? An unbiased?
Yeah.
Because if it's already on your brain, you're just going to go, "Oh, yeah."
Yeah. And again, that's a theme, which I guess later in the timeline we'll get to, of medical professionals, especially people who are working for the government side, giving evidence that proves one theory and one route, but not presenting the full picture.
Yeah.
Because all of this leads to the jury convicting Michael, and he goes to jail.
Which, it also, I mean, it sucks anyway that you have to go to jail. But this actually also starts dividing up the family.
Yeah.
Because Kathleen's daughter, Caitlin, after after Elizabeth is exhumed and
Yeah.
brought over and all that happens, Caitlin's like, whoa.
Yeah.
I think she ends up seeing the report on her mother's death.
And yeah.
And then it's just so horrific and brutal that she actually files a wrongful death claim against Michael.
Yeah.
And then she's switched. I think she's in court as well. She does a statement against Michael.
Yeah. And I don't think she knew about the homosexuality side either.
No, so then she's really digging that side, to be honest, for the prosecutors, isn't it?
Yeah, which I guess if it's your mum, whatever the affair is,
it's you're going to be angry. You're not being truthful to you're not being loyal and truthful to my mum.
Yeah,
you're just gonna
And she was older when they were married, so it wasn't like she's grown up her whole life with him.
Yeah, it's a bit different.
Yeah,
I think she just tried to like settle with him, but then he declares bankruptcy, and then she objects to the bankruptcy, and then I think they do settle. I've got a figure here for $25 million. I don't know if that got paid. I don't know.
It's crazy that.
I don't think they're talking now.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's all.
And Kathleen's sisters were also pretty against Michael as well. So like between them, it's just
the worst on top of it, isn't it? When you've already lost a family member in such a horrific way, and then the family is it sucks so bad.
Yeah,
for everyone involved. Yeah. So that's kind of everything that's kind of pointing towards Michael.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's the blowpoke. Where's the blowpoke?
Yeah.
And then they find that, but it's covered in dust, tucked away. And like I said before, no kind of marks on her arms, her buttocks, back of her. So it's like, what if she was getting beaten? She didn't fight against it.
Yeah. And
strange.
In the trial, the first trial, the thing that clinched the jury's opinion, it wasn't like the blowpoke, anything like it was the blood stains. So it says SBI, which is, I think, a state bureau of investigation from that local area. So Dwayne Deaver testified for the prosecution that blood stain patterns were inconsistent with accidental fall.
Right.
And supported a beating hypothesis. And that was what the jury took. A lot of them were saying that was the main reason we found him guilty.
Yeah.
It was the blood stain and how they presented that. Because he was kind of saying that they can pinpoint the exact place where she fell,
right,
where she was hit. And so that is why they decided to, what did they find him guilty of? First-degree murder.
Yeah. And he's sent away.
Yeah. He was sentenced to life without parole.
Damn.
In 2003. So it took quite a while. Here's Betty the dog.
We'll just pause for a minute.
We've just fed the dog.
Sorry, a brief pause there as the dog returned. Anyway, she's sorted now. So yeah, he's convicted.
Yeah, so we just, and it's a long trial. 2001 to 2003. And I think it was very public and...
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they've got all the video footage. It's all on that documentary, The Staircase. So
yeah.
It is. I mean, it's very long. I think there's like 10 episodes in that.
Oh, yeah, it's so long.
But it's very interesting.
Yeah.
So if you are into like the nitty gritty of trials and how that's a good one to watch.
Yeah, because the defense filmed everything they did, all their meetings. So like
everything, yeah.
Yeah.
And they did so many interviews with the prosecution, with different people involved in the case, you know. Yeah,
you even see like Michael being prepared for how to speak in court, like how to doing like voice exercises and stuff. And it's like,
they really go into it.
Yeah, really went in.
So then, he's in jail.
He's in jail, yeah. And then it's basically a series of appeals after that, isn't it? Like,
and they just keep getting
denied. And then the thing that changed it, let me find the dates.
Mm.
So the SBI
Mm-hmm.
and Dwayne Deaver specifically, there was another case where it was shown that that organization and him specifically was misrepresenting evidence. And so it wasn't that he wasn't presenting the correct results. It was that he would present one test out of 3. And 2 of them show like it's not the case.
Yeah.
So in this example, the one he got caught for, there was some like residue on a car, and he said this test shows it's blood.
Right.
And these other 2 tests showed it could be anything.
Okay.
Like it could just be some chemical thing.
Yeah.
But in the trial,
he's
given the one that shows this is blood to the jury.
Yeah.
And so he's found of that. And then the defense team for Michael Peterson start to think maybe this has happened here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so they bring it back for an appeal based on that. And I think it might have been his very last chance.
Right. Damn.
So they got very lucky there. Yeah. And they sort of explore the blood specifically and the experiments they did. And there's videos of the blood experiments they're doing where they get like a blowpoke type object.
Yeah.
And they're like,
and they actually see what the cast patterns are and all this kind of stuff. And
yeah.
Yeah.
But in the video, the person like walks up because there was some blood on the inside of Michael's trousers, for example.
I think it was like on the back. There was some on the back and they're like, how is that? Yeah.
And in the video, they managed to reproduce that to show it can happen. But they literally walked up, like, put their leg into the air on the stairs type thing.
Yeah.
Positioned themselves perfectly, like with the shorts out. And then got a sponge or something and hit the sponge.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, of course, if you hit something that's really going to splatter blood everywhere.
Yeah.
And if you put your leg right against it, like, of course you can prove that.
They go into loads, don't they?
Yeah.
There's a bit as well, just popped into my head, where they're doing the sound, of her shouting for help.
Yeah.
And they're just playing this really loud
help recording.
Help. Yeah.
Yeah.
From the staircase. And then they're down at the pool and they're saying if they can like hear it from there. Like they really go into like.
And could they? I don't think they could hear it.
No,
could
I don't.
They?
From the pool, I don't think they could hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And again, that kind of. I guess that does support him not hearing her if she did just.
Yeah.
Fall.
So this is his final appeal.
Yeah.
And that actually gets him out.
Yeah.
Talk us through that bit. So he is granted a new trial.
So 2009 to 2011, there was the SBI forensic scandal.
Oh, yeah.
And Dwayne Deaver review. So an investigation into the SBI's forensic practices revealed serious problems with Dwayne specifically. In many cases, he'd mischaracterized or omitted test results, overstated experience. So he'd said he'd done like all these tens of blood splatter analysis. He'd done like a handful.
Right.
And none of them had been related to this sort of incident.
Really, yeah. No.
He was suspended and later fired.
Good.
But the funny thing is, Dwayne Deaver claimed that there was a policy from the SBI of doing that sort of thing where you're working for the prosecution. We're going to
have to do what it takes, kind of thing. Yeah. And that's what I was saying at the beginning. Like they find a story, their angle will make it fit.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. It does sometimes feel like that on some cases.
Yeah. And the other interesting thing with this and Dwayne Deaver, so they'd initially, let me get this right. So initially they were going to send these things for DNA testing at the SBI, but there was a request that it changed to blood spatter analysis.
Right.
And so they believe that he'd requested that change.
Yeah.
Because I don't think any DNA testing was done.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Let me see, please. Yeah, it says here, they believe that if there had been DNA testing originally, then Michael wouldn't have gone to prison.
Right.
And the issue was when they were bringing it back to trial after all this had been found out, the evidence had all been like mixed up with other cases and ripped open.
Yeah.
And so they,
you just don't,
they couldn't test it for DNA again.
Yeah.
And so they were kind of screwed. But because initially the clothing, everything had been changed and not sent for DNA,
so
there was nothing they could do.
Ruined.
Yeah. Yeah. Which, again, it seems to just be a theme. Like,
there's a lot of cases like this.
Yeah.
As in, like, there's a lot of cases where we see this happen.
Yeah.
And it can work against the innocent and also for the guilty.
Yeah.
You know, like the case that springs to my mind is the OJ case, because they use that, don't they? That's basically how they get him off in the end. Is they go down the route of, oh, it's been tampered, it's you know.
Yeah.
But anyway, we'll come to that one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. I just don't get how there's so much, like, I mean, it's probably more complicated. I'm no expert in this, but it does seem simple. Just do every test you need to do.
Yeah. Like when we were talking about the Amy Bradley one.
Yeah.
And they had the jawbone that washes up offshore. And it's like, why haven't you tested this? I don't understand why you've not tested this.
And you'd think they'd have
explain?
their
Can
DNA.
you not test it? Is it untestable?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
There must be some reason, but it seems like all the reasons are just like rubbish.
So is it they go back to trial, but is this where they have their new theory?
The new theory.
My favourite theory. The theory that I'm in favour for.
I think they had that in the first trial, but not early enough for...
Right. Because I thought it was late, basically afterwards. So the neighbour comes forward with the theory.
Yeah.
And I thought this is what the second trial was basically about.
This theory, the best one, I don't think it ever entered into the trial.
No one wanted to take it seriously.
The defence, maybe it was the second trial then, because the defence guy who was standing for Michael, he was like, I would have used that, but it just didn't come in time.
Yeah.
So maybe it was the second trial. Yeah, because they got him out based on the DNA, all the SBI, like corruption. But what was that theory?
So, the neighbour of the Petersons, Larry Pollard, he comes forward with an interesting twist. He believes that Kathleen might have been murdered by an owl. I'm just going to leave that. Put that out there.
And now the podcast ends. That's the end of the episode.
Goodbye. No, you're going to think it sounds crazy, but
the more you hear,
the more, I mean, maybe we're just really dumb. Maybe that's what we're going to learn from this podcast, from this experience of doing a podcast, is actually we're very dumb.
I'm happy to be dumb in this case.
Yeah. So there's a few things. So it's called a I don't know how you say it, barred owls?
Yeah.
I'm not sure the pronunciation. The words are gone. The words are gone.
I'm going to Google them to see what.
Yeah, go on.
Oh, they look like normal owls.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks very similar to like a barn owl.
Yeah.
Which is easier to say.
Yeah. It's got that
basically,
weird,
there's owls.
Face rim thing.
Yeah. And they are native to that area. And apparently, they are responsible for various attacks on joggers in recent times of that area.
They're dicks, really, aren't they? They're just not very nice.
But so there's a few things. It does emerge that Kathleen Peterson, it says in the autopsy that she was holding clumps of her own hair in her hands. They thought that potentially this is her grasping at her head from the lacerations, like in pain, or if she was being beaten. You know, you defending your head.
Yeah. But you're
Don't
not
know,
pulling your hair out.
But,
are you?
well, there's big clumps of hair.
Yeah.
So it's not as in like I'm just
Yeah.
It's you've really pulled out some force.
Yeah.
But within this hair, they find microscopic feathers
Mm,
and also wood splinters and cedar needles.
yeah.
So, which I don't know if anyone can piece together this information, but that's where owls live.
Yeah. They've
So-
come from home.
So it's quite. I mean, that's weird.
And this type of owl, they're the only sort of owl with those microscopic feathers on their
On their talons.
talons. Yeah.
Yes. And that's the other thing. So the lacerations on Kathleen's head, if you look at the pictures, some of them look like a little
Yes.
trident. But they actually do match up quite well to an owl's talons.
Yeah. Better than anything else.
There's also, they find blood drops outside of the property leading into the house. There's blood on the soles of her feet. So, it's kind of, I feel like it's kind of plausible.
I think it's very
That
plausible,
she's headed up, been kind of swooped on. She's dropping blood. Maybe it's quite heavily.
Yeah.
And she's made it to the stairs. There's blood in her eyes, and then she slipped and fallen and bled out.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Because the cause of death was blood loss.
Yes.
And
So
those talon marks, because there was no like skull fractures,
yes,
no brain injury.
Which a blow poke, I feel if you're being hit over the head with a blow poke that's
Yeah, you're
causing
gonna be-
lacerations, I feel like there should be some cracking,
Yeah.
or some fractures, some kind of
Rather than just
yeah.
talon marks.
Because I mean, at this point, we're looking at like quite severe scratches. I'm really dumbing down the lacerations on her head. They're not just scratches, but do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some talons swooping in from above and
It just
striking you.
makes sense.
And the fact that, like I said, there have been various attacks on joggers by these particular owls. They do say that they can be known as quite aggressive.
Yeah.
So.
And there was some on her face, weren't they, which matched the beak of an owl.
So there's a little guilty owl somewhere out there. Yeah.
Just flying away.
Oh, that's the ghost.
Or the owl.
The owl heard. That was weird.
It wasn't me.
So yeah, so they enter this into the trial.
Yeah.
But eventually, what is it? He has an Alford Plea. Alford Plea?
Yeah.
That's the one, yeah.
So when all this first came out, and he's appealing the successful times, he wanted to enter an Alford, or his team convinced him it's the best thing to do. But Kathleen's sisters and daughter were like, we're not accepting anything less than guilty.
Yeah.
And so the district attorney wouldn't let him enter an Alford plea.
Yeah.
Which is basically, he says there's enough evidence to convict him.
Yeah.
But he maintains his innocence.
Yeah.
So he doesn't have to say, yes, I'm guilty. But he's saying there's enough to show that, I could have done it. Which is, he didn't want that either. He wanted innocent. But at this point, he's getting tired and
it goes on for a very long time.
Yeah.
So I think he has already served the jail time at this point. So he doesn't have to go back to jail.
Yeah, gosh, he's been there. And he's looking, in the documentary, just looks like
haggard.
Run down, haggard. Yeah.
And doesn't he actually get out at the time of COVID?
Yeah.
So
it's like a year before, and then he's straight
into isolation again.
Yeah.
Which is just...
Oh, that's after he's fully released.
Yeah.
Because there's 10 years, maybe like 2009.
Oh, so he does he go back to jail for a bit?
No,
I
so
missed that bit.
in 2011, so 2009 to 11 is all the scandal with the SBI.
Yeah.
And where he's coming out for appeal. 2011, he's put on house arrest.
Right. Okay.
And then it's until 2017 that he finally gets released. And basically in that time, the new defense team are trying to just prove that he didn't do it again, but the evidence is all messed up. And so their approach is to take away the stuff that happened with Liz, his friend who died on the staircase, and to remove all the gay scandal things from being able to be used in the trial. And that's what gets him finally the Alford plea.
Right.
Because the first time the DA wouldn't allow that plea.
Yeah.
But then they put in these motions to remove those things, remove the Liz stuff, remove the gay stuff.
Yeah.
And then they go for the Alford plea again.
Yeah.
And he gets it in 2017.
Right. Okay.
So he pleads to voluntary manslaughter.
Oh, man.
And he's released. It says time served. So I guess they're like, you've been in jail.
Yeah.
You've already
done
it.
Oh, man, it's such a case.
Yeah.
What do you think then?
I'm
for the owl, man.
I'm for the owl. He seems...
Don't get me wrong. It doesn't, like we said, it doesn't look good. The whole purging the computer, what they find on the computer, the coincidental times that she goes up to check her emails, asks for an email, doesn't open it even though she seems to be doing a bit of work.
Yeah.
It's weird. It could be tensions are high, she's on Valium, blah, blah, blah. But I just think that, I don't know, I just don't think that this would have, I don't feel like there's enough there to go that maybe they've had an argument, but I just don't feel like there's enough there to go, he's killed her.
No. Because, the blood analysis as well.
Yeah.
It's more convincing what the defense put forward in terms of how she might have fallen.
Yeah.
Tried to get back up, fallen again type things.
Yeah.
Than what the prosecution are putting forward. Because it just, again, where's the blood on the ceiling if you hitting someone?
Yeah, because he said if he's hitting them, he's only taking it to like shoulder height.
Yeah.
To hit.
Yeah.
No, maybe. I mean, I guess that wouldn't fracture your skull from there.
Yeah.
But would do some lacerations. But then this blowpoke hasn't.
Yeah.
That's not been.
Just feels made up that. Unless he's then covered it in dust.
And for me, it's the fact that they found these feathers.
Yeah.
In her hand. And she's pulled out chunks of her hair.
Yeah.
If in my head, if an owl swooped onto you in a vicious attack and it's striking at you, your hair's it's pulling out your hair for you.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be in your hands.
Yeah. And if you're being hit to death by a human, I'm not sat there pulling my hair out.
No. You're fighting back, so you're gonna have marks.
Or she'd at least move so the wounds would be like in multiple places. Yeah. You'd probably hit shoulders and
like I said, you would have probably had some like skin from like some of their skin under your nails from like trying to grab at them or something that shows that I'm trying to stop this.
Yeah.
I think it's the owl. Yeah, I think the owl did it.
Same. Yeah. I'm looking at the evidence again. Yeah.
We've solved it.
I think it was the owl. It is the most likely, isn't it? Like,
they should. Michael should write another book.
The owl.
Well, because we were talking about. Because I was talking about OJ. This is one of my favorite cases, which we'll do.
Yeah.
And he then wrote that book, going, "If I did it." I just feel like there should be an owl book out there. If the owl did it,
that
needs to be written.
Yeah,
definitely. It'd make a bomb. I'm sure
it would. Yeah,
yeah. The owl did it.
The owl did it.
That's my conclusion from this.
Yeah, it's the most likely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
You can think of us what you will.
Yeah,
with that conclusion. But yeah,
At least we don't have to fake evidence, though.
No, we're just two musicians with no experience in the field of police work, and police investigations, and we are looking at the facts and we are drawing our conclusions.
Yeah,
the owl did it.
The owl did it. And to be fair, sometimes, and this is not true probably, but less experience seems in some cases.
The couch sleuths.
The couch sleuths.
That's such a hard thing to say. Couch sleuths. Yeah. Well, there you have it.
There you have it.
I'm convinced.
Death by owl.
Death by owl. That should be on one of our t-shirts.
Yeah.
Death by owl. But yeah, let us know what you guys think. You know, where if someone else has got some juicy theory, maybe the ghost did it. Maybe we go back to Scooby-Doo. The cabinet opens and the person went through there and have escaped. They live beneath in the basement.
In the crawl space.
In the crawl space. They're still there waiting.
Yeah. This is why in England we don't have crawl spaces.
Yeah. I mean, they sound terrifying.
They sound terrible. Why do you have that?
I don't want crawl space.
No.
The fact that you have to crawl creeps me out.
Yeah.
What if it caves? Oh, no,
yeah.
I don't want to think about it. That's so fear.
We just have concrete underneath our houses.
Safety.
Safety.
No one's getting through that.
No.
So that was the death
of.
That was the death of Kathleen Peterson. Yep, it's still unsolved, even though we've just solved it.
Yeah.
So we will submit our
unsolved in air quotes.
But yeah, thank you so much for listening. Don't know what we're doing next week.
No, that'll be a surprise. Oh, we were going to do
riddles.
Yeah.
Via our Instagram for you guys to try and. I mean, we need to figure out what we're going to do next week anyway. We've got quite a long list of things we want to do. There's so many exciting cases out there. Oh, I think we were going to do something a bit more culty.
Oh yeah,
that was it. We've done a few murders.
I think we should do.
I think we should do some cults.
And there are so many cults.
Yeah. In fact, I think we're thinking of trialing doing some
short
mini
ones. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then cults.
Mini cases and cults. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna start releasing little teasers. Just like little riddles.
Riddle teasers.
On our Instagram.
Reasers.
So you can try and see if you can guess what the next case is. So watch out for that coming up.
Yeah.
And
so we definitely shouldn't tell you what the next case is anyway. Yeah.
We can't.
Yeah.
Because we definitely know what we're doing next.
Yeah.
Obviously. We're so together with this.
Yeah, this is all part of the riddle.
We're so organised.
Well, we're here at least.
But yeah. Well, we're here. Yeah. We've turned up. We've done it. We did the homework.
Just show up.
We solved the case.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah. We will see you guys next week.
Yeah.
Via your ears.
Via your ears. Yeah.
Is that everything?
That's everything,
Do we need to try anything else?
I can't remember how we ended.
I think we just say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Have a nice... Oh, my stomach's rumbling. That is a cue. I need to go and eat. Thank you so much for listening to Dead Ends. And see you next week.
See you next week.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.